What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tam's Psych Advice. Today we're going to talk about the ENTJ and ENFJ couple. I've got a bunch of videos coming your way on this couple because somebody who watches my channel asked me to do more videos on this. So if you have videos that you're interested in me doing, let me know and I might just do it. So today we're going to talk about ENTJ, ENFJ breakup proof. And that means that we want to try to prevent this couple from breaking up because it's too important of a connection, right? So I just want to try to put some things into place so that this couple can last forever and ever and ever. So picture this. The room, once filled with shared laughter and whispered secrets, now echoes with the hollow emptiness of absence. Heavy, burdened by the weight of unspoken words and shattered dreams, their love story, once vivid and vibrant, now frays at the edge like an old photograph left out in the sun. She sits on the edge of the bed, tracing the patterns on the quilt with trembling fingers. The warmth of his side, once a comforting presence, has turned into a void, a black hole that threatens to swallow her whole. She holds his pillow, a cruel reminder of what used to be. Outside, rain taps against the window pane, matching the rhythm of her heartbeat. Each drop is a memory, a stolen kiss in the pouring rain, a shared umbrella on a drizzly afternoon. But now, raindrops blur the view, distorting the world beyond. She wonders if love, too, can be blurred into something unrecognizable. He stands by the door, suitcase in hand. His eyes, once a sanctuary, now holds a storm of conflicting emotions: regret, anger, longing. They swirl together, creating a tempest that threatens to tear him apart. He starts to talk, but the words remain trapped, caught in the tangle of heartstrings. She wants to scream, to beg him not to leave, but her voice is a fragile thread, frayed and worn. Instead, she watches as he walks away. Oh, don't go. Each step a splinter in her chest. The door closes, sealing their fate. A final punctuation mark on a love story that unraveled too soon. In the aftermath, she clings to the remnants of their life together. His toothbrush still rests in the holder, bristles slightly splayed. The coffee mugs they collected from their travels sit side by side, chipped and mismatched. She runs her fingers over the faded postcards pinned on the fridge, memories etched in ink. The ache is visceral, a physical ache that radiates to her fingertips. It's the phantom touch of his hand on her skin, the ghost of his lips against hers. She wonders if he feels it too, if he lies awake at night, counting the cracks in the ceiling and replaying their moments of joy and sorrow. Love, once a lifeline, has become a noose. She imagines it all. The photographs on the wall mock her, a frozen snapshot of happiness, a lie captured in pixels. She tears them down one by one until only blank spaces remain. And so they unravel, a tapestry of love pulled apart by time, distance, and irreparable wounds. The heartache of shattered notes, a melody that haunts her even in sleep. She dreams of him, of whispered apologies, of missed chances, and what could have been. Heartache is a complex blend of grief, longing, and acceptance, and each person experiences it uniquely. So we don't want that to happen to our ENTJ, ENFJ lovebirds. Breakups can be incredibly challenging for anyone, regardless of personality type. Alas, this isn't what we want. We don't want these two MBTI types to break up. We want them to stay together. The world is so different when these two are together, these lovebirds. So we want to break up proof this relationship right now so that this will never ever happen to the beautiful lovebird. So here are some suggestions for how an ENFJ and ENTJ couple can break up proof their relationship. Number one, effective communication. Open and honest communication is crucial in any relationship. Both partners should express their thoughts, feelings, and concerns openly and respectfully. It's important to listen actively and empathetically to understand how each other's perspectives are. Number 2, understanding personality differences. That's why it's good to know Myers-Briggs. ENFJs tend to be compassionate, people-oriented, and value harmony, while ENTJs are strategic, decisive, and goal-oriented. Recognizing and appreciating these differences can help avoid misunderstandings and conflicts. Number 3, appreciating each other's strengths. ENFJs can admire the ENTJ's strategic thinking, assertiveness, and ability to set clear goals, while ENTJs can appreciate the ENFJ's empathy, emotional intelligence, and focus on relationships. Valuing and acknowledging each other's strengths can foster mutual respect and admiration. Number 4, compromise and flexibility. Both partners should be willing to compromise and find a middle ground when conflicts arise. ENFJs may need to understand the need for logical decision making and structure, while ENTJs may need to be more open to emotions and flexibility. Number 5, setting clear boundaries. Establishing boundaries helps ensure that both partners have their needs and values respected. It's essential to communicate personal boundaries and expectations regarding personal space, alone time, and social interactions. Number 6, shared goals and values. Identifying and working towards common goals and values can strengthen the bond between an ENFJ and ENTJ couple. Aligning aspirations and values can foster a sense of purpose and unity. Number 7, relationship maintenance. Regularly investing time and effort into the relationship is important. This includes engaging in activities together, expressing appreciation, and supporting each other's personal growth and development. So the quest for eternal love is so important, and we want to make sure that we breakup proof this relationship because we want them to stay together forever. And I will say, full disclosure, probably the best relationship I ever had as an ENFJ was with an ENTJ. It was pretty amazing. And that's where I learned that sometimes similarities can make a relationship stronger rather than being so completely different, even though these two have different temperaments. So one is an NT, one is an NF. So that greatly changes the two people, and they have a totally different temperament. You know what I'm saying? So that changes things. But when you look at the individual letters, E, N, and J, they have that in common. So they're both going to like structure. They're both going to like closure. They're both going to be intuitive and read between the lines. They're both going to be people, whether even if they're low on the scale of that, they're still going to get energy from being around people. So it was a very romantic relationship. I think ENFJ can kind of soften that strong, dominant ENTJ and, make them melt a little bit. And ENFJ can be very turned on by that strong, robust ENTJ. But anyway, I will talk more in another video about my personal experiences about what makes it work. Let's talk about the breakup aspect of it. It took me years to get over that relationship. And I think the number one thing, it wasn't so much our personalities, it was there were so many outside forces and things, and he was gonna have to travel and in his job, and that was creating some issues. And then there was a religious issue. I'm a Christian, he was struggling with that because that's not how he was raised. So that was an issue. And then there was family interference. There were a lot of outside things that really drove us to a breakup. And I will say, probably on my part, there was some immaturity in how I actually handled the relationship. Like, there were things like he would tell me to be totally honest, tell him the truth, and I learned from that. Everybody's still sensitive in relationships, so you have to still be careful about bluntness and about just saying things like it is. You still need to use some tact, even though that ENTJ is very dominant. They're in love with you, so we are all more sensitive in that area. But yeah, the breakup, it was really terrible. It wasn't like we just had like a huge fight. It just, I don't know, we just kind of ended it, you know. But then we got back together, and then we broke up again, and then we got back together again. And yeah, and when we got back together again, the huge mistake was we were absolutely not being ourselves, because I think we were so terrified of breaking up again and not wanting to feel that pain that we stopped being ourselves. We stopped being playful. We stopped being silly. We stopped being romantic. It was like we were walking on eggshells. And I remember him saying, you know, we usually talk about things, but I was terrified to talk about anything because I just, you know, didn't. So that would be my regret, is you still, even if you break up and get back together, you still got to be yourself. You still got to be honest. You still need to talk things out. You still need to speak your truths about, hey, why did we break up? Let's get to the root of it. Let's be honest with each other. So I just want to leave you with a few more things so that we can make sure that you don't go through what I went through. So both ENTJs and ENFJs should openly express their feelings, needs, and concerns. Encourage active listening and empathy. Understand each other's perspectives. And I think both of them are willing to do that. And just remember your shared goals and values. You want to identify common interests and long-term goals, and align your values and priorities to create a strong foundation. Find something that both of you like to do. Like me and him like to go to the movies, and he was like, this seems to be our thing. So find something you both like. And space and independence, while they're deeply connected, allow room for individual growth. Respect each other's needs for independence. And then make sure that you have conflict resolutions. Don't be shy. Disagreements are normal. Teach each other healthy conflict resolution. Encourage compromise and find win-win solutions. Quality time. You want to make sure you have regular date nights, shared hobbies, and quality time strengthens bonds. Create memorable experiences together. And you want to show appreciation and affection for each other. Remind each other why you fell in love. Show appreciation through your words and your actions. And support each other's dreams. Encourage each other's ambitions and dreams. And be each other's biggest cheerleader. So remember that relationships require effort and understanding. With commitment and love, our ENTJ and ENFJ can build an unbreakable bond. This is a Teflon couple. They can do it. They can make it. I wish you the best of luck if this is you. Check out my book, Flip the Script on Love, because I talk about all things romance. I talk about it from a lot of different angles, from a woman's perspective, but I also talk about breakups and different tips and things that will help you, because I think it's important to have support in relationships. Also, if the person is absolutely toxic, it's not their MBTI type, they're probably a narcissist. So check out my book, The Workplace NaRCISSiST, where I talk about all things narcissism in bite-sized pieces. And then if you are a lover of MBTI, just like I am, guess what? I wrote a book about it, From ENFJ with Love, 16 chapters on all 16 types. So check those out. I'll put the link in the description box. They're all on Amazon by Tamara Zyon. And subscribe to my channel and unlock the secrets of the universe. Well, maybe not the universe, but definitely some cool cat videos. And I actually do have at least one cat video. So check it out. And be sure to like the video if you want to see more ENFJ videos. And I'll see you wonderful, lovely people on the next video. Love you. Bye.